Welcome to Black Diesel Garage. I'm Gabe, and today we're going to be putting duals on this truck, converting it to a dually. This is a 83 6.9 Ford diesel two-wheel drive 5-speed. It's my current truck I drive. It's not too bad of a truck. It's a little bit beat and bruised. This side over here is a little tore up. But I'm planning on getting into scrap hauling, and this is what I have for running pickup right now. And it's currently only has single tires on the back, and they're okay tires, but they don't have the best tread on them. They're not the heaviest ply tire. And with hauling scrap, I think I want to convert it to a dually. It'd make me feel a little better about it. So over here is my 96 crew cab, 4-wheel drive. And it needs a motor and trans. So I think it's been converted to a dually. It wasn't always one. So it has spacers on the back. I'm pretty sure we'll go over to my other truck and I can swap the duals over to my other truck. And they're not too bad. So that's what's going to happen today. And yes, we did change the name of the channel. I was going to try to show a lot of old farm trucks, but so far I'm pretty busy and haven't had time for that. And it's turned more into just vehicles rather than old farm trucks. So I run black diesel fuel in my truck. So we're gonna go up Black Diesel Garage. Figured it's a little more fitting. A little bit stuck to the ground. And the video doesn't make it look like it, but it's kind of a little hill. That's still doesn't show, but there's the phone about level. If you want to look on the body lines of the truck compared to the screen, it evens out there. So I got 2 of them off right there. And there's the dually spacer. Hopefully an impact socket can fit down in there. They're just a normal axle with a spacer. I could be wrong on that, but that's what it looks like to me. Hopefully the drums aren't any different to fit one. I see they're recessed. Maybe that's how they go. I don't know. I was just guessing it was a spacer. Well, I got it off. There's the spacer. And I would say that looks like a normal old single tire hub and axle. Sorry for the weird little short filming. I'm low on battery, so got to do the best with what I got. And there's how it looks with a single on it. It's the next day. I put the duals on in the dark last night, but they did bolt up and everything and they're on. And I bought some farm supply store fenders, and now I'm just marking up the fenders. I think I'm gonna have them sit in about like that. And I'm just gonna level them with the bottom of the bed sides so they'll sit up high like that. The bed is really rotten on the lower half, and it's a beat bed anyways. So I got them the height I want them. I'm just gonna take a marker and go around the fender, and then I'll recess it in as much as I want it to go. And that'll cover up the gap, and it'll just make it fit better. And it's just to get by hauling with, so that's the height they'll be on the bed. And they'll probably be recessed about like that. I do like the lowness there, but if I get a heavy load, the tire might touch. And also they just don't fit the fender well. I could make them fit, but there's enough rust and it'd be hard enough to bolt them. So I'm just gonna recess them in. Plus they fit the curvature of the tire nice. I didn't end up videoing it just because I was in a hurry. But I used the marker and marked around it. I took an angle grinder and cut it out. And then for the inside here, I took an air hammer and I just, with a chisel blade or a sheet metal cutting one, and went around this to take the inside out. And the fender fits up in there pretty good. Have it all stitched on there. I do have a gap there which will be easy to bend out, And I did end up with the gap there, which probably won't bend out very easy. With the metal as thin as it is, the gap right here is going to be pretty hard to fill. And technically, you're supposed to go along and stitch it and fill in between your stitches. But that takes a while, and I'm kind of on a time crunch. So on the other side, I just ran a bead down it. It didn't work everywhere. I burnt some holes. I could go back and fix them. But this bed is falling apart, and I don't know how long it will last me. It's just to get by for a while. The fenders were cheap. They were only like 30 bucks a piece. So there's running a bead. And some of it's nasty, some of it's all right. That was just on my lunch break. So I was in a hurry, and I thought I could have been a little quicker and a little nicer, but lining up this fender and tacking it on, which I'm doing all this by eyeball since nothing's straight on the truck, so I'm eyeballing it. If I'm level down the truck side, I'm sticking it out to the edge of the mirror, and then I'm kind of glancing at the tire, trying to get it all symmetrical with the tire. Like the bedsides and doors kind of trashed. So I'm gonna try again on this side. I'm gonna run a bead, probably take a port of power and try to open that, push underneath to lift that closer, which probably won't work very good there. Down here it'll be pretty easy and work nicely. And I'm back from where I stopped last. And once again, I haven't filmed in forever and forgot where I was at. But the truck is finished. We're dually fenders. Here's my weld on this side. They're not good welds. They're not done the correct way to do them. I just slobbered them on there. This truck had a toolbox in the bed, and this side's a little sturdier, but you can see everything's all cracked and eaten out and bent. And my toolbox was heavy enough, it fell down in between the sides and pushed the sides out. So this truck will either be just a junked out truck someday, or I'll put the motor in something else, or it will have a flatbed on it someday. That side's the worst side, but I'm not worried about the welds on this fender. This fender will be on here until the bed's done with. The tailgate falls off, which I know I can just get a new tailgate and put it on. This was a replacement tailgate, now it's in pieces. So my welds aren't good, they weren't done correctly, but the fender will be on there long. The bed will fall apart long before the fender comes off. So all it's supposed to do is keep me from getting pulled over, and so I'm not throwing rocks at myself or other people. So it's on there, it's functionable. It honestly looks a lot better than I thought it would. I kind of like the look. So that one's on there. And this was the side I started on. It's on there too. I started off putting tacks like you're supposed to when you do body panels and stuff, just tack. And that was just to hold it in place. And then I basically ran a bead down either side. But can't remember if I said before, it's not a nice truck, just a work truck. So it doesn't matter. And like, here's that worst side. And I probably will take a wire brush to this and put a bead of silicone so you probably won't see my welds, and it would mainly be the silicone is. Here's probably the worst spot. I do have some holes. I mean, most of it's pretty good, but it'll cover up the weld mostly just for rain, so rain doesn't sit on top of that weld and collect and rust. But that's how it looks so far. Got the fenders on there. Right now I don't have time to do a driving video. I'd like a driving video with the duals on this truck, but I'm kind of busy right now. So maybe in the future. It's a pretty nice old truck though. It's got an alright interior. Bad thing is door seals are all flat and there's no window seals. So it needs work. Heater core just started leaking on the floor. Just a work truck. It's kind of proud of my shifter. Hopefully that was an interesting video and helped you out if you go to convert your truck to a dually for some reason. I mean, there's a lot of different ways, but this is just on spacers, and I've been driving it for like 3 or so weeks since I did that. And it works pretty well, other than it's a one-wheel wonder with street tires, so if you get in wet grass, you ain't going nowhere. But it works out as a dually and can carry a little more weight. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all the views and comments and everything. So I guess see you next time on Black Diesel Garage. Bye.